It's been a long, rainy weekend, and without the benefits of caffeine right now, my energy level is very sloth in nature. But anyways, we're back. Sorry for the long delay since the last video was posted up, but I've been very busy, had lots of work stuff going on, had to leave out of town, not for nefarious purposes, had a business trip I had to go on for a week up in Chicago, and so that kind of pulled me away. And then we had a local festival. I have a small micro winery where I make meads, and we had a festival where I do most of my sales at, and we did very good. Sold out of two of my types of mead and sold most of the third type. So very happy with that. It's Eads Winery for those who wish to know. But now I'm back, and I've done some work getting the saucer section all lit with the strobes, the navigation beacons top and bottom, strobes top and bottom, and all of the interior lighting. That's what I'm going to show in this video here. I just got done putting this together, and I'll explain the significance of these four wires that are helpfully labeled a positive, common ground, and strobe ground, and navigation ground. I'll explain what those go to inside. You'll see all the beautiness, which is that hodgepodge, before I sealed it up. And so that's kind of what I've been working on this weekend when, I haven't been cleaning up wine vats and getting ready for the next batch. And also, yes, I have also gone down the rabbit hole of trying to create my own lighting boards. And basically, it all started off with getting this very excellent navigation board from Tenet Controls. And I'm the kind of guy, I see something like this that I paid shipping and handling and everything all told $26, which is very good price, but it does all kinds of cool lighting, different timing for the strobes and navigation beacons for TOS timing, Refit, Reliant, Voyager, Enterprise D, Enterprise E, and the Grissom, and also the double strobe for the JJ Prize, which is really cool. And so he covers a lot of bases with a single navigation board. But, like I said, I'm the kind of guy that looks at this and goes, I can make that myself. There's no reason I can't make that myself, which leads me down a rabbit hole. That's the same thing that happened with having the winery. I had gone to a festival, and somebody had shown up with some homebrew to this week-long festival, and it was homemade mead, and it was my first time tasting mead, and I was like, ooh, I really like this. I would like a bottle, please. And he said, okay, you need to donate $20 for this bottle of mead. And I did, but it rankled, and I thought damn it, I could probably make wine cheaper myself, and that was quite the rabbit hole, and now I've ended up with my own winery. Don't do it. But anyways, so I was, looking at this, thinking, if, I wanted to make another one later on for, all the... Oh, by the way, did a cleanup in here as well, and I've got all my models stacked over there that I have on deck to go, and that's 41 different kits. So I've now instigated a new rule for myself. I cannot buy a new model until a model gets finished. So, but anyways, as I'm looking, a lot of these I want to create my own little lighting board for. So I dove down the rabbit hole of tiny 85 chips and how to program them, which led me to Arduino, and right here I've got an Elegoo R3, which is basically the Elegoo version of the Arduino Uno. It's the Uno R3, and using that as a programmer for the AT Tiny 85s, or I also picked up a couple of these DigiSpark boards, which I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Focus. There you go. These DigiSpark boards, I still need to solder in the pins on it. But with this, and just running simple scripts on the Arduino, with this, and just using the programmer that they have, the interface, in order to run scripts on it, I should be able to set up my own lighting board to be able to do strobe and navigation and simple stuff. This is not big enough to do any of the big things that the big boards that they create make. That would have to take like a Arduino Uno, a Nano or something like that in order to do it. But this one is good enough to do a single function on one of these. It won't be able to do the multitudes of different navigation and strobe patterns, but I will be able to program in one navigation and strobe pattern with this. So I'll be experimenting with that in the coming months. But back to this. I've got all that lighting done. You'll see it in the video, and it lights up, and it's pretty, and it's got colors. What more do you want? I'm very tired. Very tired. Let's cover what we're doing right now. So, I am currently running all of the lighting through this little circuit board that I created using these DuPont connectors. You got male and female. So basically what I have left to do here is I've got 3 more lines to run. I've got the main power line that runs to everything, and this one right now terminates down to here, and that will go down through the neck. And then I have one for the standard grounds, which will be for the main lights, and if I decide to put in a light for the lower sensor dome, I may not. I have got these ones right here, which unfortunately is a little bit far away from the camera. These ones right here go to all the navigation beacons, and so I can have those on their circuit. And then these ones right here, these go to the strobe lights, of which there are 3, and they will be on their own circuit as well. So now what I need to do is I need to create 3 more wires to come down through the neck. That way I'll be able to run everything inside the neck, the nav lights, the beacons, the main window lights, everything off of 4 wires. So I'm running these in with your standard BN Tech Go, I guess it is, 20 gauge silicone coated wires, so they're nice and flexible. And the reason I'm doing this is theoretically, I want to be able to take this apart for transport from one venue to another. So I want to be able to, if I want to, be able to pop off this saucer section and disconnect the wires. Alright, so 28 gauge. Here's one. Oh, let me see here. Is this going to be the right length? Or did I cut these a little too long? Let's find out here. It goes into there. No, just about right. Look at me. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay. It's one wire. basically, strip these down about 5 to 7 millimeters. Anywhere the hell is interested, and all right. Now we need to tin those. So while we're waiting for that to heat up, I need 3 of these connectors. These are the parts, the DuPont connectors. These are the female ends. I'll put the female ends here and the male ends on the other side. You know, they say that you're supposed to just be able to wiggle them and pop them off, but they always seem to thwart me. So I guess you got to be smarter than the DuPont connector, which is where I'm having problems. Oh, that one came off nice. All right. Now this one, because it didn't come off nicely, it has a little bit of crap on the end. So I'll just trim this down. Vacuum that up when I'm done. All right. And you need your DuPont crimp. Side tinned. That side tinned. Don't worry. I'm practicing proper safety here on 6 months. And using my safety buff. Here with the because I are safe. 2. And those one for here, I'm dipping it into a little bit of flux. And that helps. That helps it flow. Alright. Now, let's load up our first one. For some strange reason, I guess it's just because I bought a cheap crimper, these ends never seem to get crimped enough. So, let's get out 3 of the black plastic ends. It's going to be tough. All right. There. One done on that end. On the other end, we'll be putting the female connectors. Okay. Now we want to put the male ends on the other ends. Should work just fine. All right. We'll put that on this one. I'll have to go through and make sure that it's some legals on those because I wanted to get them crosswired. And put this one on the standard one. So I will know that the two reds, before I label them, I will be labeling them. The two reds go to the common ground and the common power. And the two blacks go to my special grounds that hook up to the tenant controller. Here we go. There. Now, just to check everything out, make sure everything connects up right. I'm going to start with running the power here. And we're going to start off with the main lights. As you can see, the main lights light. Now, let's try you can see here's one of the strobes, the other strobe's down there, and the third strobe is right there. So those all work. And the final one is for our navigation beacons. Yay! All right. So we are good to go there. Now, I need to put one more piece of shrink on here, feed the wires down, and then I'll be ready to close it up. Oh, what I wanted to show that I had also done is I have, oh goodness, should have done that. I've got the, in the nacelles, I have the navigation beacon to the front, and I have the strobe to the rear. And I've already got those in. And on the pylons, I've already closed this up, ran the wiring through, and so each pylon has the wiring, so they have the 4 wires that we need. We will have the common power, the strobe, the navigation beacon, and the solid lighting for the LEDs that light up the chiller grills. So that's going along good there. Now I just need to feed these through and close it up, and we'll see how it looks. All right. All right, so, oops, couldn't see it there. All right. what you're seeing there is where the light leak is throughout all the where the windows are, but I need to do another layer on there apparently, and it's looking good there. All right, let's see here. These are the strobes. Keep in mind, I do not have the little things in them yet to help bring them to funnel it out. I don't have the little clear pieces that I made in there yet. Alright. And there is the reds and greens. And that's where we sit right now. Hopefully in the next episode, I'll be getting to those nacelles and starting to wire those up, put in COB lighting so we can get that going, and also put in the lake monster parts and see how that all looks. That is my goal, and gosh darn it, I will achieve my goal.
Hey now, welcome, pop your shoes, the table set. I've got nothing to prove, I don't talk loud.